Welcome to Real Reviews, where we take a look at major Hollywood releases and let you know if they're worth your time, money, and patience. I'm your host, Walter Banasiak, and today we join Christian Bale as Moses in Exodus, Gods and Kings. Before we actually go into the film, a few things must be addressed. Exodus, Gods and Kings has been the target of an internet boycott campaign ever since the cast for the movie was announced. Many call the casting of white actors in lead roles of the Egyptians and Hebrews disrespectful and insulting. Some of the actors in question are Christian Bale himself, Joel Edgerton, Aaron Paul, Sigourney Weaver, and a few others. I will admit a few of these casting choices did seem very out of place. Sigourney Weaver playing an Egyptian queen stuck out the most for me. However, whether it's acceptable or not, the boycott campaign may have worked as Exodus underperformed at the box office on its opening weekend. The second issue, which occurs in every Bible-based film, is how accurate it is to the source material. All I'll say about that is Exodus, Gods and Kings is a modern-day, big-budget, English-language blockbuster epic film. Its sole purpose above all else is to be entertaining, so getting offended by any changes to the Bible story of Moses is pretty futile. You have to expect all that going in. So, putting all that aside and just judging the movie as a movie, I'll say that I liked Exodus for the most part. Most of us know this story, but the film's synopsis involves the defiant leader Moses rising up against the Egyptian pharaoh Ramses, setting 600,000 slaves on a monumental journey of escape from Egypt and its terrifying cycle of deadly plagues. This film heavily relies on its intense, large-scale imagery. I was impressed by the environment created here, and certain events from the story depicted on screen were almost breathtaking to behold. The visual effects team deserves a lot of credit for making this film look as good as it did. The action in the film is a major positive too. Another strength of the movie, unsurprisingly, was its lead star Christian Bale. I swear this guy can do anything. He brought a real human element to Moses, which some past interpretations have not shown as well. You feel his confusion and fear as Moses is first told he was born a Hebrew in a nice subtle scene played out by Bale and Ben Kingsley. Moses' dealings with God were interpreted differently here, and those scenes are, at the very least, interesting to watch. The film's faults are apparent in some strange pacing issues as well as a few awkward performances. Joel Edgerton as the Pharaoh Ramses is trying hard to put together an iconic character. However, it just comes off clumsy on screen. I really wish the relationship between Ramses and Moses was expanded upon earlier in the movie. I want to feel like these two were actually close. As is, their friendship and aspirations for the throne play out too similar to the initial conflict in Ridley Scott's Gladiator. If you aren't offended by the Caucasian cast or creative liberties taken with the Moses story, Exodus is pretty entertaining. It has its flaws too, but I saw more good than bad. Christian Bale's performance and the intense visuals outweigh some strange casting/acting and off-pacing issues. I'm giving Exodus, Gods and Kings a shaky 7 out of 10. Be on the lookout for more real reviews coming soon. Be sure to like us on Facebook and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Remember, if it's not reviewed here, it just isn't real. I'm Walter Banasiak, and I will see you at the movie.